young, supple boys.
Welcome. Come on in to the Boyz Lounge, home of the Hop Brown.
You know, I like this beat. It just sounds like you walked into something sexy going on.
Something with big rims and hydraulics.
Yeah. Or some sort of like rare edition Mustang that comes from the 80s. You just want to cruise
With
in
gold spokes.
Yeah, I like it.
I like it too.
Yeah.
Makes me feel good. It gets me in like a very translucent state.
Yeah.
We could use a lot of that now. It's been a tough week.
Yes. Rough news.
Rough news. We'll get into it, but let's we have some business to take care of first, boys. A little bit of business on the Instagram and Twitter. You can find us at WineBoysPod. Your wine suggestions always appreciated. WineBoysPod@gmail.com. Another fresh beat coming at you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for submitting your tracks, your wine suggestions. I am at the Zach Edward on Instagram and Twitter. That's where you can find me most predominantly. You can DM me for bookings for comedy. My DMs are wide open for that now. I got a couple spots lined up this week. Just working on fresh new material. I just doing my thing.
Okay.
Just slapping the bass.
Boys, you can find me at Lord Gerald on Twitter, on Instagram. Catch me by the freeway once again, doing my full spread. OnlyFans, you missed out on the sale. Sorry.
50% off. It was 50% off.
Don't you feel dumb?
Basically, what you're getting now is you would have gotten what you would have paid for one ass cheek. You now have to pay for both.
You gotta pay for both. Listen, charge it to the gang.
Yeah.
Don't check me, bitch. Check your credit score.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Larry June said that, by the way.
Yes, he did. Okay. I cite my work. Okay, boys. At the end of this illustrious beat, you're going to hear another beat, but with words to it. That's our intro song. And then you'll hear the words of the boys in the gospel of Charlie Mustard's Hot Brown. Try the hot mustard at Charlie
Mustard's Hot Brown.
Try with the spicy brown mustard.
We take Wonder Bread, slather it with Hormel's hot chili. We dump some melted Velveeta cheese on that and parsley if you're feeling healthy. Hi, I'm Gerald.
And I'm Zach.
And we are the Wine Boys. Hey, boys.
Good evening.
Welcome back to the Boyz Lounge for another rendition of Fresh Air at NPR.
It can't be any fresher.
Okay. Tonight, we're drinking wine.
We are.
We have a Malbec. A 2018. It's called Spice Block.
I do love a good Malbec.
And it's from Mendoza, Argentina.
You always got to say it with a slight lisp.
Lisp.
Yeah, because I guess based on my YouTube Wikipedia research that I know of the country, it's pretty much everybody speaks like that. So
Yeah. Well, I have one friend that lives in Argentina, so that means I'm worldly.
Yeah.
And we actually share this friend.
Yeah. We're cultured now.
And from what I understand, Argentinians speak Spanish like Italians who want you to be impressed at how good their Spanish is. That this is a video I saw online said that. So, is it true?
Probably.
I don't know.
Probably is.
Maybe.
If it was on the internet, then it probably...
If it's on the internet, yeah.
It's got to be true.
But yeah. If this is true, message me, say it's true. If it's not true, message me and tell me, hey, you're fucking wrong. Whatever the case.
DMs are open. Lord Gerald. At Lord Gerald.
That's right. We are drinking an Argentine Malbec called Spice Block. Let's see. What does this bottle say? You looking it up right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is Spice Block. Is about the pursuit of identifying the best blocks within the best vineyards in the world. Simply put, the best of the best. The Spice Block Malbec is sourced from individual selected vineyard blocks to exemplify the lively fruit-forward flavors of an artisan Malbec from Mendoza. The wine exhibits robust flavors of blackberry, black cherry, compote, or is that compote?
I think it's compote.
Oh, compote, like compost, but compote. Yeah, nice. With a slight hint of mocha, yielding a velvety finish of very fine and supple tannins refined by, and this is actually what made me get this, oak aging for 9 months.
Do look a good oak.
Yeah. Love me an oaky Malbec. Anyway, Spice Block Malbec is sublimely suited to complement grilled beef that Argentina is so famous for. 13% alcohol by volume.
Strong boy.
It's a husky boy. Project of Argentina. And it does contain sulfites. We ain't healthy boys tonight.
Yeah, no organic wines this week. I think the sulfites need to give it a little kick.
Organic Hormel chili.
Yeah, it's grass-fed Hormel chili.
Yeah, let me open this bad boy up.
All right.
Now, Malbec, it is a red wine.
Yes, it is.
So we do have the aerator on deck tonight.
Yes, we do. So this is Spice Block Malbec from Mendoza, Argentina. 100% Malbec. You're going to get, price range. So you're paying anywhere between $12.99 and $15.99. And you paid
$13.99.
Perfect, right in the middle. This wine is going to open up very suddenly. It is bold, smooth, dry, and soft on the back end. So you're basically going to get strong yielding flavors up front, but otherwise a smooth finish.
Okay.
You'll find notes of blackberry and black cherry, oak, vanilla, chocolate,
Okay.
and tart fruits such as cherry.
Okay. That's now, like we said last week, boys. Not the greatest wine last week, but keep in mind, we try to stick within that $10 to $20 range.
Yeah, that's
price
pretty
range.
Yeah, but we drink. We've come to the realization that we're obviously going to drink a lot of wine, but
absolutely
the price point should never really be the deterrent. We want you to try all different kinds. So I mean, we're open to everything. Like this is more. I think I'm gonna like this. This is more my style. I like a good dry, but not like overly acidic red. So I like Cabernet
when's the last time
styles.
we've had like a good red?
Not in a while, really.
It's been a minute. We've been focusing a lot on the white boys lately.
Yeah. Well, it's winter. I mean, red is really winter wine drinking time, but like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I've just been in a white mood. Okay.
Are you wanting to
just been digging the whites recently.
What, like stick to your own kind or something?
No, it has nothing to do with that.
What?
I'm just in the mood for more whites.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying, man. If you like, start going on 8chan threads and
No, I won't do that.
joining blood and soil type groups. I
Yeah,
mean,
no.
it's cool.
I'm not a sadist.
Just let me know.
I'm not going to let you know because I don't do that.
Okay.
You know?
No. I
now do I
believe
now do I go
you.
on those outlets and start poking the bear? Of course I do. I mean,
Maybe.
it's the most fun thing that I do.
Where is it? Come on.
Ooh, wow, that was nice. It was the deep echo of it that really got me interested.
Ooh. Okay.
Very bright,
Let's
floral.
See. Yeah.
Ooh, that is nice. Very rosy.
Okay.
It's giving me like rose petal
Now,
vibe.
I'm actually upset because I went to my local liquoria specifically looking for the Behringer Chardonnay that's been aged in tequila barrels.
Yes.
And they were out of it.
Mother, father, really?
Yes. I was very upset.
Unbelievable.
And we are going to review that wine.
Yeah.
So I think next time I'm in charge of getting the wine, I'm going to get that. Unless you want to get it next week.
Maybe.
Whatever.
Stick it in my glass.
But it was interesting because I haven't seen anything else out there like it. So
yeah,
that's what I'm striving to get. Okay. So instead, I went with a Ready Boy. All right.
Yes. Delightful.
Yes.
Absolutely, positively delightful.
Okay.
Stick it wherever you please.
Please me, Daddy. Okay.
All right. So,
Okay.
you already busting into it?
I'm smelling it.
Okay.
It's
All right.
very juicy.
Juicy. It was all a dream? Oh, no, sorry.
So yeah, I'm getting smells of like dark red berries, cherries, cranberries.
Cranberries.
Okay. However, this is gonna.
Stain.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I've noticed though is that it doesn't quite stain the glass the same way like a Cabernet would stain the glass.
Yep.
It runs down, but it's clear.
Lighter. Yeah, it's got more of a plum consistency.
Yes. Let's see.
Ooh, that's good.
Okay.
Very little tannins. You do kind of get like that. It's not bone dry, so you get a little subtleness.
Yeah.
No, this is nice.
Mm-hmm.
This would pair really well with, like, I would say, yeah, red meat goes very well with something like this because that finish is so subtle.
Yes.
That you need something with a little bit of tooth and texture to like work through.
Yeah.
You need You need
it's
some
very, very
you need that
sharp up front.
unctuousness.
Yeah, it's very, very sharp up front, and then it just
It's nice.
Smooth.
It's like it's like blue cheese. You have blue cheese,
Yeah.
it's just like nutty and deep at the front.
Yeah.
And then it goes away and it's creamy and soft.
yeah.
Yeah. I like using my adjectives tonight.
Mm.
Well, pour me another glass.
Fuck.
I mean,
You gotta pitch
Yeah.
that bitch off, then we
All
aerate.
right. you know, this ass isn't going to wipe itself.
Well, you ever hear the story about remember when Eddie Murphy told the story about the bear?
You're thinking of Charlie Mustard's again.
Nah, Charlie Mustard, yeah. Just remember you said ass. You ever hear Eddie Murphy's story about the bear and the rabbit?
I don't think I have. Is it like is it just something he tells like on talk shows, or is it like
It was a stand-up bit he did.
which was it on a special?
Yeah, I think it was.
Was it Delirious or was it Raw?
I can't remember which one it was. It was one of those ones from the 80s.
Was it the one where he was wearing like the red jumpsuit?
I don't remember
That's
what
Delirious.
he was wearing.
Delirious is my is a top 5. I think top 5 greatest comedy
I actually like
movies
Raw
of all time.
better than Delirious.
You really did. Mm-hmm. I didn't like Raw.
Really?
It's not that I didn't like it. I thought he was trying a little too hard, which I'm fine with. I mean, a comic that's that powerful and strong and a generational talent, like you're allowed to push the envelope.
Of course.
I just the storytelling of Delirious was so much better. Just the get your goony google wife and your goony google kids. And you can
Goony Google.
Yeah.
You're making no Brontosaurus burger?
You're like, don't Brontosaurus burger, Gus. Get the fuck out of here, Gus.
Well, anyway, in one of those, Eddie Murphy told this story. And it's a bear and a rabbit sitting next to each other in the woods. And they're just talking. And the bear looks at the rabbit. He says, "Do you have a problem with shit sticking to your fur?" And the rabbit says, "Nah, dude. The shit's clean. I'm good." And he's like, "Okay." So he picks the rabbit up, wipes his ass with the rabbit, throws him into the river.
That is funny.
Yeah, I just thought.
It's a good
All
joke.
right, aerated.
All right, let's clear it out. Needed this. Needed it.
Rough weekend.
Rough weekend. Needed it. Thank you. Ooh. That is a Carol glass if I've ever seen one.
Yes. It's a mommy pour.
Yeah. Mommy's had a long week. It's only Tuesday, Mom.
What? What painkillers pair well with
With Malbec?
Yeah.
Probably Vicodin. Vicodin.
You think
would be-
Vikes?
Yeah, I think Vikes would be good
I was
here.
thinking more like Dilaudid.
Well, someone. Why don't you take a muscle relaxer and just go on a fucking magic carpet ride? So, okay.
All right. Let's see.
Opened up even more.
Yes.
Ooh, that's pillow soft now.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Might get cotton mouth from drinking this.
Really? I mean, Jesus.
Yeah. Jesus.
Sure.
Lord. Okay.
So, All right. It's no secret what has happened, that was transpired over the last 48 hours in the world. You were the first person to tell me, and I thought you were joking. So we lost Kobe Bryant and his daughter and 7 other folks tragically in a helicopter accident. Listen, we're not going to do a eulogy here. That's not our style. We're here to kind of keep things light and airy. So I kind of wanted to just do because I've been a Lakers fan for my entire life. Mm-hmm. My fandom started with like Shaq in Orlando at like 94. And I was like, all right, I'll watch basketball. As soon as he went to LA, I was a huge Shaq fan. But then when Kobe hit the screen, I was like, I like this dude.
Yeah.
And he was because I was born in the 90s, mm-hmm. I got like latter half Michael Jordan.
Yeah, like I caught Michael Jordan.
Yeah, but I was still young, and I was like, my development for anything had not happened yet. So when I was like 8, 9 years old, mm-hmm. That's when I was like, decision making and like learning like who my favorite teams were and like
right
making that, and it was Kobe Bryant, mm-hmm. that he was the guy. Okay, number 8, I had an 8 jersey, like 3 different versions of it.
Yeah.
And I would combat anybody that would fight me on, Kobe stats and, he's a ball hog and so on and so forth.
Yeah. Well, he was.
Well, let's come on.
Did you see that video montage of Ron Artest like talking about Kobe passing the ball?
Yeah.
That was hilarious. Kobe passed me the ball. Kobe passed me the ball.
But at that point in time, and now the way it is nowadays, so it's almost like a generational thing. So I watched an unfortunate amount of coverage on this whole thing. It's so mm-hmm. deeply sad, and I was shook up. Like when I first heard it, you literally the first person to text me, and you said Kobe Bryant died. I go, what?
Yeah,
and then I started looking, and I go, okay. I hear about the accident. I start reading more because I'm a journalist at heart, so I need to get to the facts. I need to know what happened first.
Yep.
Okay? I need to know if this is true,
mm-hmm.
and then supersede what happened after that.
Okay.
So then once everybody once you get 3 or 4 credible news outlets, mm-hmm. confirming
and even
it.
I was early when I told you.
You were like 20 minutes before like ABC News. Like
yeah. Well, my sister told me,
mm-hmm.
who works in media.
Yep.
She told me, and I'm like, what? And I Googled this, and nothing on it.
Nothing yet, yeah.
The only thing I saw was on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw, at that point, I think like TMZ were like the first people to break the story.
And I don't trust TMZ for anything that it's worth. I need one more credible news source. That's how
TMZ, I found that TMZ is
first, always.
They're always first.
They're tabloid. I mean, that's what they do.
Pretty
accurate for the most part.
They're pretty accurate about the initial headline.
Yeah.
But the details from there get fuzzy.
The details are meant for news sources, for people that actually...
for real news sources.
For quality journalism.
Yes. And from there I saw TMZ, and then I scrolled a little more, and then I saw ABC 7, which is Los Angeles' ABC affiliate.
Yep.
And they said it was a helicopter crash. And I was like, okay, if the local ABC affiliate is confirming this, then
it's I wouldn't say it has to be true, but then
it's got to be true.
But then, it matriculated from there. But
and that's why I text you and like.
And then I was like, huh? I was eating lunch.
Mm-hmm.
I was having a late lunch, and I couldn't eat. I heard it, and then I started reading, and then my girlfriend's looking at me, and she goes, "Are you okay?" I go, "Kobe Bryant just died." She goes, "Kobe?" No, she didn't say like, "Who's Kobe Bryant?" She goes, "The basketball player?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Mm-hmm.
She goes, "Are you okay?" I go, "I'm not okay." I'm visible. She was just like, "You look like you've seen a ghost," and I was like, I kind of feel like that.
But even as soon as I heard, I'm like, okay, how?
My first thing was how, and then I started reading into it. But then once the story developed, and then I found out that his daughter was on board.
Yeah. At first they were saying it was all 4 of his daughters.
That shit drove me
and I was
up
like,
a ladder.
Hold on.
When somebody makes that assumption,
yeah,
don't ever ever do that.
No.
You are a
no.
public figure, and you're trying to tell a story to the greater good. And if you make an assumption that porous, he should be fired. That dude should be fired. Like,
and then next
for
I heard them say Rick Fox was on the helicopter. Rick Fox was not on the helicopter.
Yeah. We're in a Twitter society where we rather be first than right, which I don't.
Yeah.
As somebody that, I went to school for broadcasting and journalism. That was like my thing. I knew that I needed to. Now, mind you, look what I'm doing nowadays. But regardless, I knew that the first thing was I'd rather have a good source that's correct than have a bad source and be first. Like always. You never like to take guesses. I'm very much I like to kind of take things as they are.
Yeah.
And I peel back the onion when it comes to news.
Yeah.
I start with the outside. I go, all right, facts. What happened? This is what happened. And then next layer, who was involved? Next layer, how? Why? And that's what. But the how and why is almost irrelevant.
Yeah.
Like I'm even kind of joking right now. I was thinking about
yeah.
Kobe as an icon in my eyes was he was bigger than Jordan for me.
Okay.
From my perspective as a Laker fan, as somebody that watched,
but also for somebody our age.
But the thing is though, and I've seen every NBA writer, all of his peers, other athletes in different sports, always talked about we saw Kobe grow up at the maturation of Kobe to that Mamba mentality, which is the thing that I just thought of it as that's a cool catchphrase for Nike. Nike's got a really good one here. You know, you can tag it on all the Kobe shoes. But then you really I took a step back and I was like, but what truly is the Mamba mentality? It takes a 17-year-old boy who went into the NBA. He was 17 years old.
In high school.
Yeah.
Took 17, Brandy to the prom.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Okay. And then at first he was brash. He was overconfident. And everyone just said, I'm not going to deal with this kid. He thinks his shit doesn't stink. And then the more and more you saw him, and you go, not the biggest guy. I mean, tall, but not built.
No.
He just outworked
everybody. And
dude.
You hear so many stories about Kobe getting to the gym.
It's not a joke.
Before.
His shit is not a joke.
Getting to the gym before everybody else.
He was infatuated with it.
Leaving the gym before everybody else.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, after everybody else.
And
then doing it again the next day.
Everything that you read and you hear about Kobe Bryant was he misses a shot in a game where it cost them a win or it cost them a lead. He goes back to the gym that night and shoots 100 of that same shot over and over and over and over and just doesn't leave the gym until he's comfortable enough with himself saying, next time I get that shot, I will make that the next time.
Yeah.
100%.
He's the type of guy to say, okay, before I leave, I'm going to make 10 in a row. If he misses at the second one, he's like, all right, we're starting over. And he's going to do it until he can make those 10 in a row.
Yeah.
And then to make sure it wasn't a fluke, he's going to do another 10 in a row. It's
crazy. But
that was his work ethic.
But that was my biggest takeaway was everyone kept saying, it's very cliche. And it's like I said, we're not here to preach to the choir about, these marketing schemes and everything they have here. But then you think about it, it's not only a mentality from a hard work perspective, but it's a mentality as a person. Because at first, Kobe had a rough early career. He had a lot of stuff happen to him in his teenage years that people, they thought he was a bad teammate. Yeah. And then everything that happened, in Colorado, and then he pushes past that. He was young, immature, but then it was almost like when he shed the number 8 and turned into Kobe 24. That's when you knew, all right, Kobe's now on the light year.
Yeah.
Or he's in the light years or the limelight version of his career.
Yes.
Where it's my show.
Right.
Shaq is gone.
Shaq is gone.
This is my team now.
And when Shaq left, people were asking, how are the Lakers going to be?
People would have preferred to keep Shaq than Kobe.
They would
at that point in time. 3 championships in.
Yeah.
Shaq, obviously the most dominant player in the NBA at that time.
Yes. Few years older. Few
years older. Kobe was just kind of the brash sidekick. He was the Robin. He was really the Robin to Shaq's Batman at that point. But what happened was...
Well, I would say more...
When Shaq left...
The Nightwing. to his
Okay.
Robin.
Okay,
Batman is clearly the star of the show, but Nightwing has something to say.
I got you.
Nightwing's grown. He's not quite Robin anymore. He's grown up a bit.
Okay.
All right.
That's a good analogy.
Yeah.
Shaq leaves, goes to Miami, and then Kobe, like I said, sheds number 8, and he turns into 24, and that's when the Mamba takes over.
Yes.
And he goes, all right, I am now going to be the best player, one of the best players in the history of the NBA.
And did it.
Solely based on my work ethic. But then you saw him grow up,
Yeah.
and he starts losing his hair, and he starts having a family, and he keeps having girls.
Yeah.
And then but then the infatuation of his, like, everything with him is, it's beyond, because he picks something and he sticks with it.
Yes.
Like, that was everything that people would say. Kobe played basketball. What else did Kobe do besides play basketball until he retired? Nothing. Kobe had shoes. Kobe had
well, even then, his
branding.
hand in designing his shoes.
A little here and there.
Yeah, well, he didn't really step into designing those shoes until he fucked up his Achilles.
Yeah, and he goes, I like some more ankle support.
Yeah, I
thank
need
you.
more ankle support, so I'm going to get in the lab with Nike, and I'm actually going to design this shoe so it works best for me.
You know what the best thing about that is, too? I didn't say the best thing, but like that highlight when he tears his Achilles and then drops 2 free throws and then stumbles off the court.
How in the fuck do you stand on a freshly
You're
torn
not-
Achilles?
You're not supposed to.
No.
Genetically,
And he gets
it's
up,
almost impossible.
makes those free throws.
Makes the free throws,
and then gets
essentially
off the court.
standing on one leg.
Yeah.
And they were money, both of them. Just
Or wasn't he in a final series with like a broken index finger?
yeah,
That's like your most important finger
That's
for
the most
shooting.
important finger for shooting the basketball.
Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
and not only is Kobe in the finals with a broken index finger, he's the leading scorer for his team.
Yeah.
You know? Kobe still isn't passing the ball. It just crazy. Or here's one thing, a story I heard actually on another podcast I listened to, but they were talking about how I think it was the 2012 Olympic team, and you look at who was on that 2012 Olympic team. It was basically every dominant NBA player right now and Kobe Bryant. Like, Kobe Bryant was the oldest guy on the team by like 4 years. I think James Harden was on the. Let's look this up. I think it was James Harden.
The latest team.
It was the 2012 Olympic team.
Oh yeah, Harden, Westbrook, LeBron,
Melo.
Yeah, it was
a stacked
who's who.
team.
Yep.
Yeah. And I believe that game when they were playing Argentina and things got a little close for comfort, who'd they give the ball to?
Kobe. Of course they did.
With everybody else on that fucking team.
Kobe closes.
I had to look this up, though, like who was on that team. Because it was like...
But I think my biggest takeaway, my biggest thing was that. Like, everybody kept saying, like, and it's, like I said, the cliche of Mamba mentality. But then I like really like stepped back and I thought about it. And I said, here's the things. I think it's all about it's 3 tiers, if you will. It's hardest working person in the organization, hardest working person in the room. But it's also moving from hardest working person to hardest working person at home as a family man, as a dad, but also hardest working person to friends and family too, because he always gave people the time. And that was always what people said about Kobe. Yes, he was mildly standoffish from his perspective, but he'd always give you the time. He always asked you the question. He would always be a good friend. So it always became those are the 3 tiers of the Mamba mentality. Hardest working person, you know, be a good father, and be a good friend, and then kind of everything pulled together.
I found the roster for this team,
which I'm sure is just
stacked.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
Tyson Chandler.
Okay, and he's not even like.
He's like not even.
Did you see the video of Tyson Chandler when and he's just like sitting on the sidelines, just like shaking his head?
No, I didn't see it.
The video, it's heartbreaking.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, Kevin Durant.
Yeah. Okay, he's pretty good.
LeBron James.
He's also pretty good.
Russell Westbrook. Darren Williams.
You're
You're right. Andre Iguodala. Kobe Bryant.
This is peak Andre Iguodala.
Yeah, this is him in his
76ers.
peak. Yeah, he was like 28 at the time. Then Kobe Bryant, Kevin Love, James Harden, Chris Paul, Anthony Davis, a 19-year-old
Anthony Davis. Yep.
And Carmelo Anthony.
Pretty good team.
They're okay.
Yeah, they're pretty good at basketball,
Okay.
I guess. Yeah.
So yeah, and Argentina was giving them some trouble. they gave the ball to Kobe.
And it's just like, you can beat these guys, right? He goes, I know their entire defense. Like,
a 33-year-old Kobe at that. Versus, I think the next oldest guy on the team was
probably Darren Williams.
Let's see. It was actually Tyson Chandler, who was 29.
Oh, so Darren Williams had to have been like 27 or 28.
28. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but even then, like Darren Williams, Carmelo Anthony, and they're the same age.
Yeah.
So yeah, and Andre Iguodala. Yeah.
The thing that really like gets to me is like, you know, after all of this, it's just like you just think of it's like, and everybody says it's just like he's gone, and he was 41 years old.
Yeah.
And he was doing something that he loved to do, which was coach his daughter in basketball.
Yeah.
And he's taking a private chartered helicopter that he owns because he wants to deal with LA traffic. It's a very sensible thing to do.
Yeah. And even that, like just hearing, I mean, it was an 80-mile drive in LA traffic. So they've been driving all day. So get in your chopper.
Yeah.
You know, go to your game.
And not like they hadn't done it before.
And also to hear about, which I didn't know, Kobe's daughter and her love for basketball, and how in her mind she wanted to be like the greatest WNBA player.
She was
ever.
the one.
She was in Slam magazine recently. Yeah. Like she wanted to be the one. She wanted to go and play at University of Kentucky. She wanted to
Connecticut.
Wow. Why did I say Connecticut? I'm all fucked up.
Yeah.
It's late.
You've been drinking.
Oh my God. Yeah, she wanted to play at Connecticut, which is a historic women's basketball team. And then from there, she wanted to go first round the WNBA. Like,
and then become the best player of all time.
Yeah. Like that was her goal for herself. Being part of she called herself, what did
Mini Mamba?
Her dad, Kobe called her Mambacita.
Mambacita, that's what it was.
Yeah. So just sad though.
Yeah.
And also imagining, I mean, as a father, right?
That was going to be like my point. Like as a dad.
Yeah.
Like a dad to a girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
Granted, my daughter's not 13, but
she's not
still.
13, but still, you have a daughter.
Yeah.
Okay. And you think about, you know.
We're on an aircraft together. I know the plane is going down. And I look over in those final moments and see the horror on my daughter's face as she realizes that this is the end. Like, what is going through your mind at that moment? I don't know.
That shit, I didn't even think about like that perspective of things. I'm just like, because you get so lost in every story because everybody has a story, regardless of like. Listen, we're two regular people who didn't know Kobe Bryant, you know, from the guy down the street. But I knew Kobe as a guy that made me want to watch basketball. Like I was like, shit, man. Like
I'm not gonna lie. Most of his career, I rooted against him.
Well, that's okay. As a New Yorker, I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I was tired of watching him win.
Yeah,
to be totally honest.
And if you're a sports fan with, you know, an inch of, you know, fanaticism in your body, like you don't want the best players to win.
You don't.
You want Tom Brady to hurt himself. Like you do. But at the end of the day, you respect the shit out of the guy.
Oh my God. At the end of the day, you realize that he was at the time the hardest working player in the league. Yeah. One of them.
And I think he was the hardest working player.
Probably was.
Maybe in the history of the game. Like it just.
Yeah. And you also realize that the amount of dedication that this man put into this game, incredible. Also, you realize Kobe Bryant was a very intelligent person. He spoke like 4 different languages or some shit. Like he grew up, spent a lot of his childhood in Italy because his father played in Italy after finishing his NBA career. But yeah, and just the incredible things Kobe did. I mean, his last game, he scored what, like 60 points?
Yeah.
Just holy fuck.
Yeah.
And he even said, like, I am not, like, do I have more seasons left in me? Yeah. But I'm not going to be that veteran sitting at the end of the bench, scoring 17 points a game, and that's it. Fuck that. Yeah. I'm going out shooting. And that's what he did.
And that's what he did. He left when you can leave on your own terms.
Yes.
Like that, the way he did it is.
Yes.
I think people strive for that. Like,
yeah.
In any profession, anything like that.
He was the end of an era, though. He's the end of that NBA player that plays his entire career
with the same team. Is not selfish about trying to lead the organization.
He wasn't at all. I mean, he was there. He was there when the team was terrible toward the end of his career.
Well, that's why he ended up in LA, because they were bad.
Yeah, he got there. It was
he wasn't
bad.
even drafted by him.
No, he was drafted
he was drafted by Charlotte. And then it was a great draft day trade.
Yes.
And they said, we need a guard. We need a guard of the future.
Yep.
Picked
him up. But yeah, like he got there. They were terrible. Worked and worked and worked. The team got a lot better.
They opened up a new arena.
Yep.
And then they brought in Shaq. And then everything came to be.
Shaq left. And then Kobe nutted up and proved himself.
Yep.
And
that's almost like it's Kobe. It's Kobe's second act that like really defined him as the I think I put him on a. I hate
5 championships.
I know.
2 of them were by himself.
I really do not like the who's the greatest player of all time thing. I just look at the player from like the perspective of like me watching.
It's tough to say who's the greatest player of all time.
I mean, he's a once in a generation.
Absolutely. But even then, when you got to look at different eras of the NBA. I mean, right now, I would say the greatest player playing right now is probably LeBron James. You know,
I wouldn't say probably. I think it is.
No, it's definitely LeBron James.
Pretty confident in saying that.
And then generation before that, you got to go Kobe Bryant, but they overlap. Generation before that, Michael Jordan, and they overlap. So
yeah, there was this photo. Actually, it was a airbrush painting on. And
by the way, when we say Michael Jordan, we're omitting that like Wizards stretch.
Oh yeah,
we don't talk about
those. You mean slightly out of shape Jordan? Yes, of course.
Still had that jumper.
Still made it.
They say that's the last thing to go.
Yeah,
you mean 40-year-old Michael Jordan?
Oh God, don't even. It was so hard to watch. I would even try to avoid him on NBA 2K back in the day. I was just like, oh shit, Jordan's Wizards. I'll pass.
I'm good.
But yeah, just give the ball to Antoine Jameson. I don't give a fuck. But didn't think you'd when you woke up this morning you heard Antoine Jameson. But
nope.
So I wanted to kind of like do this like my your like fondest like memory of like Kobe Bryant. So like the first thing that popped into my head was it was the initial championship, the lob to Shaq.
Yeah.
Now mind you, Shaq fucking hammered that thing down, and then
absolutely, I'm surprised he didn't break the rim.
And that wasn't the finals. That was the Western Conference Finals against Portland. But like Kobe, over 3 defenders. That was the thing. I kept watching that back. I'd go, oh man, Shaq did that whole thing. I was like, no, Kobe threw his ass open.
Yeah.
And like nobody gives that the credit because the best part of the play was when Shaq fucking hammered the ball through. But he's got 3 defenders on him, including Defensive Player of the Year Rasheed Wallace.
Yeah.
And he's jumping over him, Arvydas Sabonis, who is just this Lithuanian nightmare.
The Lithuanian nightmare.
Yeah.
That's got to be a menu item at Charlie Mustard's. The Lithuanian nightmare.
It's mostly rice.
Yeah. It's lamb over rice.
Yellow tinged rice, yeah. And
it's
then
some sort of street meat legend.
Yeah. And he throws and then the whole play like that was like, all right, this is when Kobe's going to win his thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then like it just all the stuff that you see, the internet makes things live longer than they should as far as like videos and memories.
Yeah.
And it's like the pep talk on the sideline with his daughter, like that story, and then everybody just being like it's when Kobe had his kids, like it never became a conversation about basketball. It became a conversation about fatherhood. And like that was the thing. It's just like this guy's one of the greatest players of his time, and he doesn't want to talk about the sport.
No,
but because he's just so like this is just it's professional. Like he treated it like a profession. It was a passion, but it was a profession.
Right. This is
people
work.
are just like, yeah, this is what I'm doing. It's just like I don't want to talk about work.
No.
Let's talk about the kids. Let's talk about this.
Yeah.
And then everybody kept telling him and his wife to have a boy because we need somebody to. Everyone kept saying, Kobe needs to, heir to the throne. Who's going to be the next Kobe Bryant? And his daughter I just kept saying, I got this. Like, it's me.
Right.
I got this.
This is me.
The kid's not here anymore. Like,
I know.
And that shit, that's
sad.
the thing it starts with and mind you, there's 7 other people that perished in this whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay. People that are everyday normal human beings. And I get it. It's a cruel thing to not give them their just due and to not, because you know Kobe because of sports.
Right. And through sports, you have an emotional connection.
You have an emotional connection. And that's why I got legitimately upset. Like here's how my Sunday went. Okay. I cleaned the house. Middle of the day, my day got ruined. Okay, that news happened. I go, well, I'm gonna cry tonight. I didn't know when. I didn't want to cry in front of my girlfriend because I ain't no pussy. But no, no,
I ain't no bitch.
No, it wasn't like that. But I was like in the middle of cleaning my house. I was going to watch the Royal Rumble. Okay, I was excited. That was the one thing I was looking forward to the day. I was making nachos and chicken wings. It was a good fucking day. I was excited.
Wow.
I got the air fryer ready. I bought like a copious amount of toppings for a nacho bar. And you know what? I was excited.
You were happy.
And then that happened, and I go, my whole fucking day is gone. It's ruined, and I'm sad.
Did they have a Kobe Bryant tribute on
They did.
Royal Rumble?
They did. Yeah, and it was a quick one, just like this is what happened, because it was still very fresh news at that point in time.
Yeah.
So I watched the Royal Rumble. I love the show. It distracts me.
Yes.
Wrestling's the ultimate distractor, all right? Because it's male soap opera. It was fantastic.
Yes.
Great show overall. As soon as it ended, I turned on ESPN and I fucking started crying. Because
everything on ESPN.
Because it was an hour-long Sports Center just about Kobe.
Oh my God. And that's it.
That's it.
They didn't even play the not top 10.
It was Scott Van Pelt doing an hour Sports Center about the legacy of Kobe Bryant, and everything made me cry. Jalen Rose made me cry. Did I think that would ever happen in my lifetime? Nope. Never.
Jalen Rose
made me cry.
Wow.
Okay. Now Jalen Rose, bad boy. Jalen Rose.
Oh my God.
Fab Five. Jalen Rose.
The same guy that'll tell you about his NCAA recruiting trips.
Yep.
And tell you that if he didn't get pussy on the recruiting trip, he
went
wasn't
to
going to that
Michigan.
school.
Wasn't going to Michigan. It's damn sure.
School's off my list.
Yep. And it's like, when you see somebody that is genuinely moved emotionally, it's that connects with me through a screen. But it's when dudes that are like generally like hard-bodied, like stoic individuals, and they starting to break down, and I'm gonna go, fuck this guy.
Oh my God.
And then I start, and I'm just a wreck after that.
Did Steven Jackson say anything about Kobe?
I'm sure he made me fucking cry too.
He probably will.
Yeah. So that started the waterworks, and then when they did that little 4-minute montage of like, this is Kobe now, and then the end of his life, and it's like, and it's the craziest thing to hear. It's still weird to say. It's still weird.
Yeah,
like,
it is. LeBron James has been posting
shit that made me cry too.
A ton. Look at this.
The Instagram post,
especially because what was crazy was Kobe Bryant. Did you see Kobe's last tweet? Congratulating LeBron James for passing him.
I retweeted it.
Yeah. And even then, Kobe was just like straight up, like, congratulations, go for number 2.
You should.
Yeah.
He's going to at the end. I mean, I think LeBron's still got 3 or 4 great years left in him.
When it's all said and done, LeBron James is going to retire as the highest scoring player.
Yeah, and they still got a lot of points to get to Kareem, but it'll happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But how many points away is he anyway? Like
4,000 or 5,000, I think.
He'll do it.
Yes,
he'll do it.
I don't know, it's just,
you got an 86 game season.
82. 82 games with playoffs.
82 games.
Yeah,
they're making the playoffs.
Yeah.
Come on,
they're the best team in the West right now. So
yeah, absolutely.
But that's another thing. That's kind of the that's actually another story behind this, because LeBron even came out today and said that it is now and I think he used the words, it is my duty as the leader of this franchise to be the God, I can't even talk, to be the man that gets us through this tragedy, and to take the burden. Now, mind you, LeBron's been taking on burdens since he was 13 years old, being a kid who was taking care of his family, and then ultimately taking care of his high school team,
Right.
and then taking care of his,
NCAA
and then-
recruiting violations, getting his mom that truck.
And then he was like 18 years old, and they go, "Hey, we're going to take this predominantly one of the worst franchises in NBA history, and here are the keys to the kingdom. Why don't you win us a championship too while you're at it?"
Jesus Christ. I mean, remember that fucking billboard over Cleveland?
Believe.
Yeah. And it's just LeBron James, arms stretched out. And this is his rookie season.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Wow.
That's the thing is, get the keys to the
17, 18-year-old kid.
It's your world now, kid.
Yeah.
Yep.
Coming out of high school games.
It's crazy, but
crazy.
But back to that was the whole thing, and then I found myself watching it. I watched the whole hour-long Sports Center. I was sobbing like I'm watching the saddest movie of all time. And I'm I couldn't I knew I couldn't go up to bed. I was I can't go to sleep. I am so emotionally downtrodden. If I try to sleep right now, I'm just gonna wake up.
So you put on your sneakers, you grabbed your ball.
Exactly.
You went to the park.
I did. No, I didn't do that. I wish I did. It was too cold. But
Okay.
Excuse.
Kobe wouldn't have made those excuses.
Exactly. So I crumpled up a paper ball. I went into my kitchen. I opened up my trash can and loudly exclaimed, "Kobe!" No, I did. I'm going to do that. I think I almost have it planned out at work. On Friday at work, last thing I do before I leave, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to find a piece of paper that is just I hate this thing. I'm going to throw it, Kobe, and I'm going to cash it. I'm going to walk out, head held high, most confident person in the room. Everyone's just I don't know what you just did, but the seismic shift of what just happened. Hey. Yeah, it's going to be some sort of 90s ballad is going to be playing in the background. Yeah. I feel if we're going to stay on brand, it should be Champagne Supernova.
Wow.
Someday you will find me. And I'd be well, obviously. Well, obviously, this is the song. That's probably the song of this podcast. I mean, really. Really. If we're just going to have a montage of of this performance, it'll be set to Champagne Supernova.
I don't know. I was thinking the theme from The Breakfast Club, but
Hey. Yeah.
Don't you?
Yeah, of course. Stop. We're gonna get in trouble. You can't just be singing songs without any rights to them.
All right.
But my whole thing was if Kobe did not hook me into basketball, I don't even I have a hard time watching the NBA even today, and it's because Kobe's not playing.
For me, it's more the story around the NBA than the actual games. I mean, the season doesn't actually get exciting until you get to the playoffs.
True.
Because even then, you just look at the season it's different than it was when Kobe was playing. And not that every fucking game mattered, but still, load management wasn't a thing when he was playing.
When they use that term load management, I go, what did you just say?
Basically means LeBron James is going to sit a few games out to rest his body up for the playoffs now that he has a comfortable lead over, the rest of the division. That wasn't a thing. It was you go out, you play your heart out, And
you ice up after.
Yeah, and then you ice up after. Get a good night because we're doing the same shit again in 2 days.
And
so,
and I think too is it's such a good story for today's player, regardless of what sport that you play. That was the thing, and that's what holds true for guys like Jordan, for guys like Kobe.
Yeah,
was their work ethic made them frustrating.
Yes. Yeah.
And people didn't like to be told to do this and do that. And it's what gives you the right? It's just I kind of won 5 championships.
Right.
So I kind of know, I do know what I'm doing.
Right.
And people people never like to be told. Regardless if that other person, if they know that person is 100% correct, the fact that you still tell me, it's
Did you see that one study that James Harden actually plays worse in teams that have good strip clubs?
What?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what did you
Like,
say?
there's like a statistical correlation with all the games that like James Harden has played in his professional career. He plays the worst in cities that are known for like having good strip clubs. Yeah.
Quick aside, did you see the video of Kawhi Leonard at the strip
Yes.
club wearing the New Balance
Yeah,
outfit?
wearing a New Balance hoodie. Fun guy, huh?
You could be fun like Kawhi. New Balance.
New Balance. I'm like, that's great, like product. Like,
Probably the best advertising
that makes
New
you want
Balance.
to buy that fun guy hoodie.
I know, but that's the best advertising New Balance has ever gotten.
Absolutely.
Do you remember the last New Balance
never
campaign? I don't.
No, but even then,
Kawhi at a strip club. They should just have that video on a loop for 30 seconds. That's their ad.
Because New Balance has always been the sneakers for like
Dads.
dads
with
and like
they need ankle support.
ironic hipsters.
Yeah, ironic hipsters and dads that need ankle support.
And granted, I wear New Balances.
But yeah, but you wear like the fresh like hipster ones, like the
Yeah.
the cool guy, the cool guy ones.
The 574s.
Yeah, they're cool.
Yeah.
They're the cool guys.
Yeah. Well, I'm not rocking the which ones are they? Fuck, I don't know what
I forgot.
the white and blue leather dad New Balances.
with the blue racing stripes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing those bad boys. But still, yes, that actually gave New Balance some swagger. Not the millions of dollars they put into the Kawhi Leonard ad campaign.
Which I haven't
No.
I haven't seen because they're not marketing to me.
No.
They're marketing to dads.
But even then,
But now they're marketing to
that
me.
lets you know right there, like
That Kawhi's is a good time.
he is a good time. But also that lets you know Kawhi Leonard is just like that one cousin you have that only wears sweatpants.
For real, even at the strip club, and he's got it right.
Like,
I got to
everybody-
imagine Kawhi at a strip club. Like, I just imagine him being stoic, still there.
Yeah.
He's just like
He looks so happy with those cheeks in his face.
he's just like
I just love titties.
yeah.
Like,
Just like I had a tough game tonight. So
but yeah, but everybody has like that one cousin though that everywhere is like, why should I wear jeans? I should be comfortable at all times. So yes, every chance I get, I wear sweatpants.
What do you mean these pants don't rip away? Zoop.
Yeah,
Like,
you
oh,
have
shit.
that, and he's had this state of mind since he was probably, I don't know, like in middle school,
Mm-hmm.
and it's stuck. Just he's the sweatpants god.
Yeah.
That is Kawhi Leonard in professional athlete form. It makes sense.
For real.
But back to Kobe.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry to interrupt this Kobe trip.
I know because it's been 48 hours and it's like it's weird. It's just weird.
It's very strange.
When when tragedy
It's hard
strikes,
to believe.
and that's and I think about it too because like from my perspective, like
Mm-hmm.
all of my tragic, I've had very little tragedy in my
Mm-hmm.
life. I've had tragedy, but I haven't had something that's like I've lost family members.
Of course.
Tragically, I've lost family members to natural causes of old age. I mean, it's just everything from that perspective. So I've seen it, and I've been a part of everything.
Yeah.
My mom has seen tragedy. She lost her brother at a very young age to an accident.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see how people can kind of have a skewed perspective. So
Yeah.
like, and people even like I even said that today. Like somebody was just like, how do you feel about the situation? I was like, I cried. Like legitimately, I cried.
Yeah.
And it was just like, why? You didn't know the guy. It's like the whole Bronx Tale thing. It's just like you think Joe DiMaggio cries about you. Like no, that's not the point. This is
Right.
big. Yeah, this is bigger than sports. This is
Right.
This is a person that changed my perspective on the way I watch television. I mean, like the Lakers are on, from Kobe's on. Click. Like that's like it's appointment television. Like I'm watching that for sure.
Yeah. And to think, I mean, basketball's over. Second act of life starts. Wins an Oscar.
Mm-hmm. Wins an Oscar because again, Mamba mentality. Like I'm going to be the best at this too. I mean,
Makes a film. Was it his love letter to basketball?
I think
Dear
it's
Basketball.
Dear Basketball. I think that's what it's called. I still haven't watched it, but I'm going to watch it now.
Oh yeah, wins an Oscar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
just wow.
leaves basketball, wins Oscar.
Wins Oscar. The man had a bright future ahead of him.
Yeah, he was going to be
41, which is crazy when you're a kid. You think 40 is so old, but now it's like, nah, dude, 40 is like 10 years away for us. Like
that's fucking scary too.
Yeah, 40 is not old at all, dude.
No.
Like you're in the prime of your career. Those are your really like work hard years.
He was just going to a basketball game. Like that.
Yes, he was just going
and now,
to his daughter's basketball game.
It's just like, I need
That's it.
Now I'm to the point now where like I just need to know what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm so...
From
like,
what I understand...
I'm so fact-driven. Like, I need to... Like, why? Like, why did this... Why? He's taken, like, thousands of helicopter... Well, probably thousands of helicopter rides at this point.
From what I understand is he took the helicopter so often because of Kobe's, ankles and knees and back. Like, he can't sit for more than an hour at a time, pretty much, in a car. So takes a helicopter to kind of avoid all of that.
Yeah. And
which makes sense. I mean, the man played for almost 20 years, and he was the Lakers for a good portion of that time. Mm-hmm. So he's putting the team on his back night after night after night. So yeah, that makes sense. But anyway, from what I understand, dense fog, the pilot, which I don't want to put blame on the pilot, but the pilot probably shouldn't have been flying because the fog was so dense, decided to take it anyway, couldn't really see, ended up in a situation where he had to take a hard left turn, I guess. The copter went into a nosedive, which they don't really know why yet, but it just did, and they're not quite sure if the helicopter burst into flames before it crashed or it crashed and then burst into flames. But regardless, they basically said, like, just seeing the crash, like, there was no way anybody survived it. Mm-hmm. Like, right away. It was just nobody lived. So, like, the helicopter just went, it was going 180 miles an hour, crashed, went into a complete nosedive, crashed, burst into flames. Everybody died. So, hopefully it was quick. So I can say, hopefully it was quick and nobody felt any pain.
It's so sadistic to think that way, but it's like...
Yeah, at least nobody suffered, It's
fucking crazy, man. I literally can't get over it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I figured we would do a long time on this because everybody has, like, everybody gets their 2 cents.
Yeah, of course.
And it's like, I just loved him I just loved him as a player, man. Like, he was just so. It wasn't even just like Kobe is so much better than this guy. It's not even that. It was just like he's just gonna figure it out how to be better than you. Like, he's gonna figure it out.
Kobe Bryant was the Batman of the league.
He just in
he
his
was.
cave.
I mean, we're saying Shaq was the Batman. Kobe was Batman. Yeah. Kobe is gonna go to the lab and he is going to come up with a strategy to beat you. Hmm? He's going to figure out your strengths, your weaknesses, his opportunities, and his threats.
Yeah, and
that's a SWOT analysis for those business students.
I would say very nice, very good.
That's they teach you that. You go undergrad for business admin. They have you do a SWOT analysis.
I think I'm just going to go to my local YMCA and just take 500 step back jump shots and see if I make like 10.
Yeah, well, Kobe's not going to leave until he says, okay, I'm going to take 500 and I need to make 480 of them. Like,
that might even be low.
Yeah, he's like, I need to make 498 of them. I'm taking 500. If I miss more than 2, I'm starting over.
Oh.
Like,
just thinking,
and he's going to take
my
shot
shoulders tired just thinking about
shot after shot after shot. And then, okay, I made my 498. Now it's time to get those other 2. Starting over, I need to go 500 for 500. Like, that was the type of work ethic dude had.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's like, all right, I just need to make 10 more in a row. After making those 500, I need to make 10 more in a row. And then if he misses one of those 10, it's like, got to start over. Not leaving until I finish those 10. I need to hit 10 consecutively. If I miss one, I'm starting over.
That's it.
Yep. But that's how you get to that point.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, crazy.
I don't have any. I can't think of anything else to say. Like, it's just. It's fucking so sad. Yeah. Like, it's just depresses the shit out of me. Mm-hmm. and I just want to emotionally eat a hot brown right now.
Wow.
I just want to dig.
I love that segue. So,
dig right into the hot.
You know what though?
Emotionally eating hot browns, like
while listening back to that episode,
it's just so ridiculous.
Did you listen back to last episode?
I did listen to a couple blurbs.
Okay, I listened to the entire episode.
I don't like the sound of my own voice. So I don't listen.
Okay,
I'm just kidding.
I don't.
I'm a method
normally,
actor, so I just like after it hits the screen, I just pretend it's not there.
Typically, when I listen back to our podcast, I listen back to the first few minutes of it just to make sure it sounds good.
Quality, yeah.
Yeah, just
quality
for
control.
Just for quality, really. And then, make any tweaks I need to. I mean, we're not recording into the greatest audio equipment here.
What are you talking about? It's the state of the art.
Of course. So I make, like whatever tweaks I need to. And also, I'm kind of learning on the fly here. So I'm doing the best I can with what I have, okay? But
you're getting a broadcasting degree right now.
The Hot Brown episode.
So good.
I caught myself listening to this episode and laughing my ass off.
Hot browns.
Genuinely hilarious. And I felt so conceited.
Just two genuinely funny people here. I mean,
so conceited. Now I'm sitting here bragging about shit that I did. Such an asshole.
You're such a millennial.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God, it was so good.
Yeah. That shit was a fire.
Yeah. But
so
we've come up with some new ideas though.
We did.
For
a couple new menu items.
What we're gonna do with the hot browns.
Well, of course, we got to have condiments.
So, I guess I'm gonna be the face of the franchise.
You are. You are the face of the franchise.
I am. Am I Charlie Mustard? No.
No.
I'm Otis.
You were Dale. I'm Dale.
You're
Otis.
Dale. I'm Otis. Okay.
Otis is such a good name.
Otis.
I just imagine him fat and greasy. Like I just imagine,
I gotta get me a.
Friolator.
Yep. I gotta get an apron.
Yep.
I'm gonna wear like a Hanes white T-shirt. It's got like sweat stains on it. It's all pitted out. The armpits are yellow now from sweat and deodorant stains. I'm wearing a white apron, some chef's pants.
Yeah, you are.
And the apron has various Hormel chili,
various
Velveeta cheese stains.
Various stains.
Yeah,
it's like a rainbow of stains.
Yeah, and I got this old, just beat up like baseball hat, the fitted ones, but it's all just like fucked up and bent all over the place, like
the
like dirty.
Yeah, like you've bent the like the iron side of it, like it's just like you bent it in.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
it's
all
like
the wire hangers fucked up. Like it's just.
You ever see those scumbags that wear the fucking Cookie Monster hat?
Yes.
And how that Cookie Monster hat is
dark,
never shaped like it should be anymore.
Darker. Yeah, it's like it's like a tinge of brown. Like
it's kind of a tinge of like brownish, and like it's askew, and like it looks like it's been sat on.
Because it has. Because it has been sat on. And you're wondering, why does my ass hurt? It's like, I've been sitting on this hat all day.
It's going to be that, but it's got to be like a Cleveland Indians hat or some shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, it'll be like a Syracuse, it'll probably be like a Syracuse Chiefs hat or something.
Like an old school Chiefs hat, yeah.
Yeah. I'm wearing that.
Okay.
And make a local commercial. And it's going to be just, hey, come on down to Charlie Mustard's, home of the hot brown. And I'm like, hold
it's an
up.
institution.
Yeah, it's a Syracuse, New York institution. Just ask Joe. And Joe is like a Vietnam vet, but you tell he's not there mentally.
Yeah, but he's just there for the hot brown.
I've been coming to Charlie Mustard's for 40 years. When I got back from Nam to open a sweatshop. When I got back from Nam,
I was in Korea.
I was in Korea. And when I got back, the first thing I did is went to Charlie Mustard's and got me a hot brown. So, yeah.
Don't forget Charlie Mustard's new hot brown mustard.
Yeah. And when you're here, say hi to Dale. And then you're just like standing there.
I'm just stoically just like hard waving, but with no emotion on my face with a mustache.
Yeah. And I came up with an idea. We're going to have to get you got to grow out your mustache.
Yep. Just the mustache.
Keep the beard short and trim, but just grow the mustache. You have to have the gay mustache, as I like to call it, where it's like a good amount of stubble on the face. Like
I know exactly what you're talking about.
But it's a thick mustache. You're wearing
Good lip
aviators.
mitten, yeah.
Yeah. A lip mitten. And you got on aviators, like the glasses variety.
The glasses version.
The pedophile glasses.
I was going to say, I'm going to look like a rapist. So
Yeah, of course. That's the
good.
goal.
Oh, good.
You're not looking inviting or welcoming
glad
at all.
Are they going to be like the halogen ones? They're kind of like yellow.
No, I want them to be like clear like
okay.
seeing eyeglasses.
All right, so
you stand right in the front.
I'm going to look like Napoleon Dynamite's brother.
Yeah, I want you to look like Kip.
Kip,
For
thank
Napoleon
you.
Dynamite.
I'm talking to hot babes all day.
This is LaFonda.
Talking to hot babes all day.
Hot babes all day.
That's probably going to be my tone as well.
Yeah.
Welcome to Charlie Mustard's home of the hot brown. Can I take your order?
Well, I want you to have a more like direct, short, but like quiet tone. So like when people come up to the counter to take their order, you just stare at them.
And I don't even
Like
greet
into
them.
their soul. You don't greet them or anything, you just stand there.
And they're like, hello? You're just like,
Don't blink as little as possible too.
And they're like, hello? And you're just like, hi,
Hi.
can I get you?
Don't even say that, just
And you're like,
you want anything?
it's my it's my first time at Charlie Mustard's. I heard you guys have a hot brown. I'd like to get one of those. Can I interest you in a healthy brown?
Well, as soon as they say, can I get a hot brown? And then you just gotta lean back to me like Otis, hot brown.
and just stay
And then
stoic.
just stay stoic.
I'm sorry.
Would you like anything to drink
I
with
was
that?
going to say, I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you about our healthy brown option. Instead of white bread, it's instead of wonder white bread, it's actually wheat bread with a sprig of parsley.
And then
Can I interest you in a healthy brown?
and then the guy's like, yeah, I'll have one for me, one for my girl. So
Give me the healthy brown for
yeah,
my
give
wife.
me a healthy brown and a hot brown. Otis, make one healthy. Are you thirsty?
Are you thirsty?
We
Yeah.
offer Wegmans brand bottled water and Country Time lemonade from the powder.
That is it.
That is all.
Our food costs are astronomically low.
Yes. And then they say, "Oh, I'll take the Country Time lemonade, yellow or pink."
Of course it's yellow or pink.
Yeah. Pink, and then you just hand them like the little like Dennis Dixie cup of lemonade. And you pull it from under the counter. There's no drink machine. You just pull it. It's on a tray.
It's like just
And
pre-made.
there's all these little like Dixie cups of lemonade.
And the trays have to be like those like dingy yellow ones from like a lunch line.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And you hand them the little Dixie cup. Like, and you kind of tilt your head up, like shoot it.
God.
Like, you don't say it, but you just kind of.
Yeah. And he's just like,
He just looks at uncomfortably.
uncomfortably looks at you.
Just Dale's character is
Yeah.
is marked by uncomfortably long eye contact.
Eye contact and pauses, yeah.
Pauses, silence.
I could really get into that character.
Yeah, yeah.
Like if I really like, because I'm pretty composed situationally.
Okay. All right, you ever been on a flight that's been delayed and you're sitting in the airport and you're waiting and you're just thinking like, what the fuck is going on, right? Like, will anybody just tell us what's going on, or we going to be stranded here forever?
Am I going to be here forever?
Okay, I want Dale to be the human embodiment of that feeling. Of staring straight at you like, this is what's going on.
This
and
is my
like,
life, yeah.
We're not offering a lot here. It's just, this is the information we're giving. We're not giving you more than you really need to know.
You're
right
getting
now.
the bare minimum.
You're getting the bare minimum. You know, why is the flight delayed?
So
Engine problems. Like that. That's
so
it.
I'm the human embodiment of a flight delay.
Yes. Okay.
All right, I could do that. No,
Yes.
I could do that definitely.
You know what I mean? You're the human embodiment.
Because
of,
at me as a person, like I love context but no explanation. Like I just love being like, You know, if someone's just like talking, even texting with people, I love to be as short as possible. They're just
Yes.
like, "What are you doing?" Nothing.
Yes.
It's like truly, I'm just sitting on my ass.
That is
That's
Dale.
it. And it's just like you have to be doing something. It's like I don't. Like that just. So I have to be that short, concise,
Yep.
and to the point.
Yes. You only speak when you absolutely need to.
And I don't really want to.
And even then, it's very short, not very accommodating.
But still gets the point across.
Right.
Okay.
We need to seem like we care, but we don't. And Dale is going to be the human embodiment of that.
Yeah.
I just want to know what's going on. Am I going to be stranded here forever? And
So we're kind of going to be like a pop copy. Like, thanks
Somewhat.
for coming in, but fuck them. Like,
yeah, somewhat.
I got you. Okay.
Eventually, once we get the budget, we'll get that lady from the hot dog stand in Chicago that's just really vulgar.
It's like, you want
how
onions?
many fucking hot dogs you want today?
Yeah. You want
you
onions?
cute. I suck your dick so good you fart. That lady.
It's like, whoa.
Yeah.
High budget operation we have here.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Are you guys going to Charlie Mustard's? Is that the place where you get assaulted when you first walk in the door? Yes. By Yolanda. She's the worst.
Oh my God, Yolanda.
And then
She's a gem.
Yeah, but people love that.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they love nostalgia, but they love like being berated for fun. But
Yeah.
the thing is, though, is that she'll get so into character that she'll just be like, "I hate you." Like, I
Yeah.
really fucking hate you.
But what's gonna be real
Like-
great is like as Otis, I have to be the stereotypical jovial black dude. So I got to come out and like overemphasize everything, and I don't know if I want to play it that well, but I don't want to be quite the step and fetch it type character where I'm, hello my honey, hello my baby, hello my ragtime gal.
that racist frog.
Yeah.
Don't be
But-
that guy.
I don't know if I'll go that low hanging fruit, but I am going to be the over. Dale is not quite I can't describe Dale as a bad cop to Otis's good cop. Dale is more the awkward, oblivious socially
That's a good one.
guy.
Yeah.
Whereas
Aspergery, like
Otis-
just very like just
Otis at his core is like this hardworking guy. He's running Charlie Mustard's because Charlie put his faith into Otis when he passed away. And Otis is doing
Charlie.
the best he
He's
can.
doing
with what he
Charlie.
knows.
Doing Charlie's work.
And Dale is, You want to say Dale is like Charlie's nephew or something?
But I'm white.
But yeah, Charlie Mustard is a Holocaust survivor. Remember, we established that like last episode.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, we established that last
He's a
episode. Like
Holocaust survivor.
he escaped like war torn Germany.
Nazi occupied France.
Yeah, he escaped Nazi occupied France. He came to
I'm oblivious. See, Dale, I'm oblivious.
absolutely. Yeah, remember this
Such
though.
a Dale.
No, but we won't say he's Jew. He's like a gypsy or something. He comes from like gypsy lineage.
You talk about some of this. Yeah, talk about this.
Yeah. And like he escaped war torn Nazi occupied France. War torn.
They're all war torn.
Yeah. And he came.
War torn. Insert country.
He came to Syracuse, New York with like $1.82 in his pocket. Got a job in the salt mines. Saw the guys working in the salt mines, making the salt potatoes for lunch, and was like, "Hey, I can do this, and I can sell these potatoes because they're so good, but I need some sort of something because this is just a side dish. I need an entree to take this over the top." And then my son, Charlie Jr., CJ, if you will, took Wonder Bread, Hormel chili, and Velveeta cheese and made an incredible meal with it. Salt potatoes on the side, we got a winner. The hot brown was born. Served it up with some country time lemonade to drink. And you've got decadence. Okay. Jesus Christ. So Otis came in and decided that he's gonna up the stakes by using because in my research I saw that Hormel actually makes a hot jalapeno chili.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So you got the original hot brown, and then you've got
the spicy.
You got the spicy brown as well. Imagine the shit you take though from like.
What's going on in there? I'm taking a spicy brown.
Spicy senorita.
I'm pretty sure the Atlantic pipelines are gonna get burnt over this week.
We call this a golden lady.
You're familiar with the Transcontinental Railroad? Okay, just imagine that, but if it was on fire.
It was like the Rio Grande River. Every now and then it catches fire. Nobody really knows why.
I think I farted and legitimately like one of those hot tamales came out. Like, you ever had one of those hot tamale candies? I think I farted shit in one of those like earlier today.
So Elon Musk makes a flamethrower.
But just imagine that coming out of my own asshole.
Picture that, but shit.
Picture that, but what once was on a plate. Hot brown. Or in my case, I got the spicy brown.
The hot brown and its angry stepbrother. The spicy brown.
The angry stepbrother. The goddamn devil on my left shoulder, that spicy brown. The angel was like, just get the hot brown, you're gonna be fine. And then you got the devil on your left shoulder and be like, what are you, a bitch? Get the spicy brown.
You some kind of a pussy or something.
What do you think? You're here with your wife, you can't get a spicy brown?
Yeah.
It's just like, but what about my colorectal surgery? And it's just like, fuck that.
Fuck that. Be a man. Show the world your nuts.
Yeah, show the world your nuts. So what? There's blood in the toilet.
Let your nuts drag.
Hey Doc, I just noticed that I had to. I gotta tell you, we just did a fecal sample, and I gotta tell you, it wasn't good. What have you been eating?
Like,
I gotta tell you, I had 3 spicy browns this week from Charlie Mustard's. You ate 3 spicy browns? You might as well be dead.
You're a medical miracle.
I'm pretty sure you have stomach ulcers right now.
We need to kill you just to study your brain for CTE, Aaron Hernandez. Goddamn.
God, Aaron Hernandez. What a tough week that was for him. That whole situation.
That documentary that came out.
Yeah, finally. Yeah, I said we finished it.
I did too.
Yeah. So, spoiler alert. My girlfriend didn't know he killed himself. She's like, wait a minute, he hung himself? I'm like,
mine didn't either. She didn't know the story of Aaron Hernandez.
I was like, you didn't know? She goes, I don't watch the news.
They don't sports.
Yeah, we're meant we sports.
Yeah.
Football.
Yeah, well, she didn't realize like who Aaron Hernandez was, like how good he was.
Yeah,
and I was like, dude, like him and like Rob Gronkowski were supposed to be like the 2 most dominant like tight ends in the league.
They were the 2 most dominant.
Well, they were.
They haven't played on the same team. Yeah,
and they were supposed to be like, they were supposed to be the Bash Brothers. Well, they were the Bash Brothers.
Yeah.
So, what do you think it was that made him do all that?
I honestly don't. I know that the way the documentary skews it was like trauma and
childhood trauma.
Yeah, which I got to tell you,
closeted homosexuality.
Listen, I know a lot of people that have gone through childhood trauma, and I know people that have closeted themselves and have now opened themselves up, and they haven't had homicidal thoughts.
No.
I think it's a product of a couple of things. I think it's the fact that I'm trying to think of what I don't know what the complex is, but it's like you're going to get away with it. Like you just know, and you can do whatever you want, and somebody will vouch for you. Like it's just like he was Teflon. Like he knew he could get away with it. But
Robert Kraft spoke at his first trial.
I mean, for real,
testified.
Yeah, and we know Robert. He's got he's got a sparkling track record himself. But
you know what's funny is actually while I was watching that scene in
when
the
he
trial
walked
where
in, I was
Robert
just like,
Kraft,
wait a
I was
minute, is this the Oriental Spa thing? What's going on?
As soon as he walked in, I was just thinking, like, look at him, tan and like post cum glow on him.
He looks like he just got jerked off by a Vietnamese woman.
He probably did just leave like the nearest Oriental Spa.
Yeah.
He probably did like leave an Oriental Spa, hop on a private jet to get there.
He's like, how can I get to this trial, but without sounding like a complete and utter rich asshole?
If I'm going to court, I gotta come.
Yeah. Lee May, if you will.
Lynn?
Yeah.
Lynn Yee?
Lin Yee?
Lin Yee?
Yeah, so that effervescent glow. But I think it was just a product of like it was the two things. It was the fact that he knew he could get away with it, but he was just I think he was really playing wannabe gangster. Like I truthfully do.
Yeah.
I really do.
I mean, you see the guys he was hanging out with.
Yeah.
They were. I mean, what's funny is,
what's the old analogy? Athletes want to be rappers, and rappers want to be athletes. Is that what it boils down to?
did he ever make a rap song?
No, he should have.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
He had enough guns.
Did. I think, but you see the guys he was hanging out with that were like these low rent, like gangsters that.
Yeah.
And you look
they
at
weren't
these
even
guys,
good ones. They were just like, they weren't even white collar crimes. Like they were just like, I'll sell some coke to somebody once. It's like, okay.
Yeah, this guy like stole a car. It was like a '98 Civic. Like, you see these guys and you're like, all right,
these are low rent gangsters.
Yeah, and like these guys literally could live like here in Syracuse. Like they're.
Yeah. My dude was like in Florida, Gainesville. And it wasn't like in Miami or anything, but like he was in Florida. If he really wanted to commit like legitimate like amounts of crime, like trafficking, like he could have done it.
Yeah, I'm sure he knew someone with a plane.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, living in some cheap like apartment.
Yeah.
Smoking weed.
First you get the money, then you get the power, then you get the respect.
Yeah, but no. So you think it was?
I think
he got high on the being Mr. Untouchable, not getting caught for anything.
Yeah, it became a drug to him.
What can I get away with?
What can I get away with, and how long can I get away with it for? That was his drug. Like that was the thing that got him high on life. You know, it was just like nothing excites me like this.
I think it was a combination of things. I think it was part of it was his father passing away, and that is like the true like heavy disciplinarian in your life.
And that his father was like he was that OG dad, 80s dad that was like
But also you
kick your ass, you're gonna do this, like
like when you need that strong disciplined figure in your life, like when you're early teenage years, you know,
you start acting a fool.
Yeah, and so at that point, it's like my mom can't contain me
For real.
Who gonna contain me?
Yeah.
Who's gonna lock me in this cage?
So I think that's part of it. I think the other part of it was there had to be some fucking dude had to be some sort of psychopath.
I think there was something wrong.
Absolutely.
Like, there was a screw that wasn't tied in just right.
Something wasn't quite right. We got a Malbec to finish.
Yeah. We gotta have this Malbec to finish, so.
Ooh. And I think that was
sound.
part of it, you know. His sexuality. Okay. That wasn't the first time I heard rumors about him being gay or bisexual or whatever, so probably true. I didn't know about the kid on his high school football team that he was banging. But also, like with these documentaries, certain things you got to take them with a certain grain of salt because you know that they're gonna. The filmmaker always has their agenda, and there are certain things they can do to kind of skew the audience. I mean, I think Making a Murderer is a great example of that. Making everybody believe that Stephen Avery is innocent, and there's this huge miscarriage of justice. But, you know, then you do a little more research on your own and you find out, oh, he actually had this woman actually had a restraining order against him. And he actually called this woman multiple times that day. That kind of changes things. And the fact that they found, like, I guess they found her cell phone, like, on his property. Like, that changes things. So everything in that documentary, you kind of got to take it with a grain of salt. But yeah, I think it's Aaron Hernandez was definitely troubled. So
He saw some shit.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a good documentary. Check it out.
Was very good though. 3 parts.
Yeah, I like the way that Netflix is doing these like 3-part docs now. They're like hour 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Banging out in 3 hours.
Yeah. Perfect.
You're watching Don't Fuck with Cats right now?
I just started it, and first episode, it goes deep.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's pretty
Suddenly
good.
It leads them to like the most hated woman in Canada.
It's great. It's great. Yeah.
I love whenever they name like random famous Canadian people.
Yeah.
Because living here in the States, it's like, who the fuck is that?
Who the fuck is that?
And there's such a huge deal in Canada. It's just like
Yeah.
Morty Globenheim. And it's like, this guy's the biggest deal in Canada. And
It's
you're
just like, who the fuck is Marty Gottenheim?
yeah, you're just like, I don't know.
Wait a minute, that's our Cher?
Yeah. Except in Canada, they know who Cher is. Yeah.
It's like Morty Gottenheim. He's like the Cristiano Ronaldo. It's like, what?
What? But
a
he's
weird
an
name.
international superstar. And
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, well, that's Canada's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
Yeah. That one gets dark.
Yeah.
There's I'll do small spoiler.
Okay.
There is a couple of scenes that involve American Psycho, and it's
Okay.
Yeah, so you now you're hooked. Yeah,
I'm hooked. Because
Yeah.
I love American Psycho.
I do too.
Yeah.
and once they started talking about the killer and like the context of that, I go, yes, I'm in, fucking in. Like you hooked me, hook, line,
No.
sinker.
I knew that shit was gonna. I'm still only on the first episode, but
Yeah.
when they start like sketching out the room that dude is in, when they process the video, and then they create image files of every individual frame of this video, I'm like, okay, how do these people have this much time on their hands? Like, even then, the main woman that they're interviewing has like a full-time job. She comes home and she just goes on the internet.
Yeah,
Like, don't you have to go to bed?
for real.
Also, I think that because they're older than we are, they look at Facebook differently than we do.
Mm-hmm.
And she was probably she probably originally had to join Facebook with like a .edu email address. So she doesn't take it seriously at all.
Mm-hmm.
So she probably has like 4 Facebook accounts. 3 of them are burners.
Yeah,
Just straight up, like, this is my throwaway name. I'm just signed into this fucking thing, and I'm like shit posting all the time. This one I'm posting, trying to make myself look cool, and this one's the personal one. There's like pictures of me and like my family and shit in there. Like, I have heard though that Facebook can be fun.
mm-hmm. I guess
I guess
I try to avoid it.
I do now, but part of me says make a burner account and just kind of shit stir.
But like that's the thing is like I don't want to be that person because I prefer to like shit stir as myself because I like to take responsibility for my actions.
Yeah.
I'm one of those like normal able-bodied people where it's just like, what did you just say? And just like you heard what I fucking said. Like,
I mean, maybe you could be kind of like Kevin Durant on Twitter
with his 18 burner accounts.
Oh my god!
What do you have? 7? He has 6, I think. 6.
Shit, he doesn't know anymore.
It's like this like social media society that we've created. There's like, listen, like we created a podcast because let's be honest, what are we doing? We're chasing a little clout. Like
yeah,
you know why we're
shit
here.
talking. That's it. Yeah,
we're not here to fool you. All right?
No, not at all.
No. You know, and if you want to stir some shit,
clout.
Wine Boys Pod.
Yeah,
Find us.
do it.
We're on Instagram and Twitter.
Of course.
Like us.
But yeah, I want a little clout. Might get a face tat.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Being like
Maybe
black
if you
ink.
get us to 100,000 followers, maybe we'll both get face tattoos.
Maybe.
Just saying.
Granted, there'll be face tattoos
On my butt.
in blacklight ink. They're only visible under a blacklight.
Yes. Those
are the face
Those
tats
don't
we
exist anymore, so.
Yeah.
No, they're around.
I think that's the thing, isn't it?
I don't even know.
Like tattoos that are only visible under a blacklight?
Do you remember when that was like the real thing? Like blacklights in college and stuff?
Yeah.
I just was like, oh, don't put it over my bed.
Yeah.
It's going to look like a crime scene in here.
The whole room is... There's always that one guy in your dorm that like had blacklights all over his fucking dorm room.
And then you're just like... And then you would like... you get stoned and then you like take one of the blacklights and run it over his bed. It's just like, that's a lot of cum, dude.
It's piss. I never come in my bed. That's piss.
Oh, you pee the bed? That's cool. Just flip the whole script.
The bed is cool. I'm Miles Davis.
Oh, that's the grossest thing I've ever heard. Actually, I do have a funny blacklight story about college. So,
okay.
My sophomore year of college, it was me. One of my fraternity brothers lived together in a dorm room. There was these girls that lived down the hall from us. One of the girls had a black light over her bed, which I thought was the dumbest shit in the history of time. Okay. So one night, me and him are fucked up, and like we are, and we got home like I guess early for I guess it was a Thursday, so it was like for a couple of us. Thursday night, we walk into the dorm, and it's like 12:30, which seems kind of late, but it's just like, well. I'm not tired, so let's fuck around. So we go over. Like, what are we supposed to do? Like, and we're not going to do anything crazy. Like, so we go over to this person's dorm, and the girl's not there, and her friend she's cool with us, and I was like, hey, can we borrow her blacklight? And they're like, why? And I was like, just let us borrow it. And she's like, okay. So we take it and we put it in the men's bathroom. Now, that is an awesome idea, especially super late at night. So we put it.
So half the guys stumble in there, fucked up.
Most of the time, it's Thursday night in college.
Okay.
So we put that in there. So what we did is we put the blacklight up, and we found out that the trip lighting in that bathroom was super easy to disconnect. So we did, and we hung it to the blacklight. And all we did was every time you turn on the light in the bathroom, the only thing that would turn on is the black light. And it was awesome. It literally took us 45 seconds to figure that out. Because we knew it, like, first day. I was like, this light is not even connected. Like, we could just unscrew it, just plug this right in. And he's just like, that's a great idea. So one night, drunkenly, we got intuition when we did it. So every time we walked into that bathroom for a solid 12 hours until somebody figured it out, only thing that would turn on was the black light. And
wow.
People would walk in and they go, and people would freak. And the bathroom, best part is the bathroom was adjacent to our room.
Okay.
So we sat up, him and I, eating snacks, waiting for people to walk into the bathroom for a guy to turn on. I'd be like, what the fuck? And it would happen.
Like, am I tripping?
And it would happen a lot. And it was awesome.
Well, especially on a Thursday night.
On a Thursday night, like during like cheap beer nights at places, dudes were fucking stumbling in.
We're talking, what was it, like 5 cents for a beer?
Yeah. So, and then both of us would kind of just like occasionally dip into the bathroom and just be like, what the hell's going on?
Wait, how much was it? Was it 5 cents or 25 cents?
25 cents for a beer.
It was 25 cents for a beer.
Yeah. Irresponsible.
One bar in particular, they had a special every Thursday night.
25
it was Mug
cents. Yeah.
Irresponsible. We'll say the name of the place.
Yeah.
This was Oswego, New York. It was
Old City Hall. It's a very public knowledge place.
Yeah. Thursday nights, they had mug night.
25 cents.
To buy your mug, it was $5.
For the year.
And
for the rest of your life, actually.
You keep the mug. Yeah. I mean, if I still had an Old City mug, I could show up there on a Thursday.
I have one in my house.
Yeah.
I'm almost positive.
I don't have one anymore because I probably like smashed all mine when I graduated. But anyway.
I think I smashed one just for like...
for shits and giggles.
Yeah, I was just like, fuck it. Like,
I used to hang mine off my belt, too, like walking to the bar. So I wouldn't have to carry it.
It's a good time.
It was great. I'd just hang it off my belt.
Like, hey, hi, partner.
So anyway, you buy the mug, $5. And
Thursday night entrance, 25 cents.
25 cents. I think it was to get in. There was a cover. Was there a cover? No, there was no cover if you got in before a certain time.
Yeah, you get in before 8.
Yes.
No, get in before 9.
Before 9
o'clock.
Get in
there before 9.
There's no cover.
And basically you show your mug, and that's essentially your VIP pass.
Yeah. You give them your mug. The bartender fills it up. 25 cents to fill your mug. But even then, they had other specials, too. Because the mugs, I believe, were like Blue Light or some shit. No. They were Miller Light. which makes your breath stink.
I didn't care.
Whatever. But
4 beers for $1, my guy.
blue lights and blues were $1. If you remember that.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I was highfalutin and fancy because I actually had a job at the time. So I'm like, fuck that.
And I was like, student loans paying for this shit. Yeah.
I'm not drinking Miller Lite. I'm drinking blue. It was $1.
$1. $1.
$1 for a blue.
One.
Yeah.
Can you imagine going out to a bar nowadays and be like, $1, eh?
For a blue light or a Labatt Blue or whatever.
They charge you $1 for seltzer water nowadays. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. 25 cents for a Miller Lite draft. How many of those would you take down a night?
7, 6, 7.
Smooth 8 to 10 of
Yeah.
those?
Yes, probably 6 or 7.
Yeah. You would get fucked up for like $10. Like, and that's if you're drinking blue. And then, so imagine these kids coming back to the dorms, bladder full of Miller Lite, damn drunk, stumbling back to campus. You go into the bathroom, flip on a light, it's a black light.
How awesome was that?
You're like, what the fuck was in those fucking Mug Night beers? Like,
it was awesome.
now, what did the toilet look like though under black light?
I didn't want to talk about it. It was
Okay.
like green.
Oh,
There
God.
was so much. There was so many bodily fluids coursing through the veins of that toilet.
Dots and
Yeah.
what the showers look
That
like.
was pretty much like what I was expecting, like what I really was trying to get out of it, because I watched Carrie. Remember the movie Carrie?
Yeah.
So my roommate was a big movie guy, and he loved like old horror movies. And I was like, wouldn't it be cool if you put it over the mirror and it just said like you turn off the light and it said like murder. He's just like, don't get me started, man. I'll fucking write that. I'm like, no.
Oh my God.
I was like, no, I don't want people to like think our dorm room is haunted. I was like,
But
let's
you
just start with the
need to
block
figure
light.
out a
Yeah.
way to write that in something that doesn't appear under regular white lights.
Yeah, and then
but you can see it in black light.
The clear shampoo we were trying to figure out, and I was like, there's no point. But like just the
Maybe like yellow highlighter, but would
no,
you see
no,
it?
you still see it. You see
Okay.
the outline.
Okay.
Believe me, we combed through a lot of different ideas. But
Okay.
the blacklight thing was just like a spur of the moment. Like both of us were like, we had that drunk intuition, and he was just like, they got that blacklight, and I was like, we should rig it to the bathroom, and he's just like, that's a great idea. And then we
Fucking Googling blacklight tattoos now.
It was funny though, because for 4 solid hours, it would just be like a lot of people would just be like, "What the fuck is wrong with the bathroom?
What the fuck, man?
Why are the lights broken?"
Like,
Oh god, it was funny. Yeah, childhood.
Jesus.
All right, I'm done here. Are you done here?
Okay, yeah, we can get maneuvering.
Let's get out of here.
Okay.
Thank you for listening to the Wine Boys podcast this week. It was a tough week overall, but we'll get through it. A beautiful 2018 Argentinian Malbec we had this evening. It was delightful. Anything else to add? Do you want to?
Okay.
You want to deep throat this mic?
Okay, let me tell you something, boys. First of all,
Are you gonna get a teardrop tattoo?
no.
Oh, okay.
But
Okay.
blacklight tattoos
Are awesome.
are a thing.
Yeah, they are.
They are a thing. Okay, boys. I love you. Please call me back.
RIP 24.
And 8. We never did a moment of silence.
Wait. Thank you.
Is that 8 or 24?
I don't know. Should we do a 24-second moment of silence?
Sure.